Hello good day viewers, you are welcome back to Shabez online tutorial. In today's tutorial we are going to look at some of the basic quadratic equation. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabez online tutorial. So on the board here we are given example of quadratic equation from number 1 to 4. Let us start from number 1, solution. Number 1, we have x to the power of 2, which is equal to 25. So this is quadratic equation. We have different methods of solving this kind of quadratic equation. But the simple method is to take the square root of both sides of this equation. We're going to have x to the power of 2 square. Take the square root, which is equal to the square root of 25. So that this square will cancel this square root. So we have left with only x in the left hand side, which is equal to square root of 25 is equal to plus or minus 5. Therefore, the value of x in this quadratic equation is positive 5 or negative 5. So this is the two answer. So the next one is number 2, which is we have y to the power of 2 minus 36 is equal to 0. Now we're going to use another method without using taking the square root of both sides. Now the method is we have difference of 2 square. You know, this 36 is perfect square. It can also be written as we have y to the power of 2 minus 6 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. Because if you multiply 6 by 6, it's going to give us 36. And we notice that this is difference of 2 square. We recall if you have a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 is equal to what? A plus b multiplied by a minus b. So this can also be written as y plus 6 then multiplied by y minus 6, which is equal to 0. And when two terms are multiply each other and is equal to 0, is either one of them, y plus 6 is equal to 0, or y minus 6 is equal to 0. Therefore, y now is equal to, if you take this 6 to the other side, it's going to be negative 6. Or y will be equal to, if you take negative 6 to the other side, is going to be positive 6. So therefore, the two values of y that satisfy this quadratic equation is negative 6 and positive 6. Now we can look at number 3 question, which say we have 2m square is equal to 18. You know, this one, we have m square have coefficient, which is 2. The first thing you are going to do is to divide both sides by the coefficient of m square, which is 2 divided by 2, then 18 divided by 2. So that this 2 will cancel this 2. We have left with only n square, which is equal to 18 divided by 2 is going to give us 9. Now, the next thing we are going to do also, we are going to take this 9. It's going to be m square minus 9 is equal to 0. And this 9 is also perfect square. So we can have m square minus 3 to power 2, which is equal to 0. But if you multiply 3 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 9. So we are going to have what? We're going to have m minus 3 then multiply by m plus 3, which is equal to 0. So if you apply this rule, difference of 2 square. So when two terms are multiply each other is equal to 0, is either one of them is equal to 0 or the second one is equal to 0. So we are going to have m minus 3 is equal to 0 or m plus 3 is equal to 0. So if you take this one to the other side, m now will be equal to what? 0. Sorry, m now will be equal to positive 3 if you take negative 3, or m now will be equal to, if positive 3 cross the equality sign, to be negative 3. So this is the two value of m that satisfy this quadratic equation. Now the last one, we have x plus 2 all to the power of 2, which is equal to 9. Now what we are going to do here is to square both sides of this equation. Remember, this is number 4. Is to square both sides of the equation so that we can eliminate this square. We are going to have x plus 2 square, then we take the square root, which is equal to square root of 9. So like this square will cancel this square root. We are going to have x plus 2, which is equal to square root of 9 is plus or minus 3. So we have x plus 2 is equal to what? Is equal to plus or minus 3. X plus 2 is equal to plus or minus 3. Now the next thing is to subtract 2 from both sides. I'm going to have minus 2 minus 2. which is going to give us this positive will cancel this negative 2. X now will be equal to plus or minus 3, then minus 2. So x now is going to be equal to plus 3 minus 2 or minus 3 minus 2, which will be giving us 3 minus 2 is going to be 1, or minus 3 minus 2 is going to give us minus 5. So minus 1, 5 and 1 is the two value of x that satisfy this quadratic equation in number 4. So this is some of the basic quadratic equation I have for you today. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes Online Tutorial. Thanks.